Chainsaw Man is on a generational run.
You weasel.
So, what do I mean by generational? And yeah, before you say it, no, I'm not talking about One Piece or Dragon Ball.
Well, if it isn't my Sung Jin-woo.
Those aren't generational anymore. Those are family heirlooms. Like your dad's watched it, your dad's watched it. At this point, they survived extinctions. But don't get me wrong, they're still the GOATs. I'm talking more akin to Slam Dunk, Berserk, Steins Gate, the GOATs. Stories that don't spoon feed you the answers. They question existence. Stories that force you to sit there and actually think. Thinking isn't something we do anymore. Not in a world full of brain rot, full of AI. But whenever I return to stories like this, I rediscover a piece of myself. And yeah, that sounds crazy to say. So, what makes me bold enough to say Chainsaw Man is generational? Truth is, not long ago, I was a doomer. After season 1, the CGI, their controversial direction, especially the pushback from Japan, I genuinely thought MAPPA would drop the series. Too much money invested, not enough return. But instead, they thugged it out. And they believed in it. And yeah, MAPPA made the right call. It's been about a month since I first watched the movie. And I just rewatched it after it dropped digitally. And bro, it hits even harder. Like a certain abusive controlling girlfriend. This movie made me emotional. As a manga reader, it's more than I could have asked for. Seeing Fujimoto's work treated with this level of care feels unreal. Honestly, it feels like I'm dreaming. Chainsaw Man finally gets the love it deserves. And it's actually satisfying in a way, and it's hard to explain. Genuinely, I believe Tatsuki Fujimoto is a gold storyteller. This is where his writing shines the most. When his vision is backed by the best studio in the industry, at that point, there's nothing to worry about. This movie was always going to succeed. And seeing it become more mainstream honestly makes me happy. I watched it with my friends, and right after the credits rolled, I asked them what they thought. Two main opinions came up. The first take was,
it really didn't move the overall story forward.
get this guy out of here. It didn't really move the overall story forward. Like, bro, what is the guy speaking about? Without spoilers, this movie is only about 25% of what's to come. Manga readers already know exactly what I'm talking about. And let's talk about this for a second. The Rise arc in the manga was 14 chapters. 14. They turned 14 chapters into a 1 hour 40-minute movie. And they even added extra content. Not filler, not bloat, extra moments that flesh out the characters, the atmosphere and the themes. And somehow, the pacing is still perfect. It never feels slow, it never feels dragged out. Every scene feels energetic, intentional, and beautiful. Like every frame was treated as a painting. After everything that's happened with season 1, this movie genuinely feels like a redemption. And you can feel the love in the production. Whether it's the animation, the sound design, the music, bro, we'll get back to the music. The animation alone is insane. If you told me to make a movie about chainsaws and explosions, I wouldn't come close. Not in a million years. Every fight feels different. Every explosion switches styles. Nothing is reused, nothing gets stale. Any other studio would have bored us in 10 minutes.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
But this is Mappa. This is Chainsaw Man. They delivered way past any expectations I had in any universe. And I won't lie, I'm glazing, and it deserves all this glaze. The second opinion came from my friend, DVD. And honestly, he summed it up perfectly. He said, and I quote, "This was a cinematic masterpiece. Fujimoto is the GOAT. His stories don't make sense, but they do. And honestly, who cares? He transcends philosophy." And that's exactly what this movie is. Fujimoto has a skill that's insanely rare. He writes characters so well that their reactions matter more than the plot itself. You're not watching what's happening, you're watching how it affects them. And because of that, every moment feels real. Let me put you in Denji's position for a second. Imagine this is your life. On one side, someone who gives you purpose, someone who saved you, someone who's finally made you feel seen, but you don't know if it's genuine. Now, on the other side, someone who feels real, someone who treats you like a normal person, someone who makes you forget about the chaos for a moment. And now I'm gonna ask you something. Who do you choose? Pause the video if you have to. Actually think about it. If you hesitated at all, congratulations. You're feeling exactly what Denji feels. What we feel as a fan base, as readers. There's no right answer, and that's the point. Fujimoto doesn't guide you to a conclusion. He puts you in the character's head and lets you sit with that uncertainty, that discomfort, that story. That's Fujimoto's mastery. Now, back to the music. Bro, the moment I saw the vinyl go on sale, I swear I didn't buy it just cause I'm a gooner. Unless...
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thunderous talk here. The crowd fired up. There's a lot of Heat jerseys here. LeBron James
My bad, I went a little bit crazy with the editing. Let's get back to the video. Every track is placed with intention. During the horror scenes, the sound design syncs so perfectly with the visuals that it makes it feel uncomfortable in the best way. Sometimes it's actually scary. And that pool scene, that piano combined with the animation is genuinely unforgettable. I don't want to spoil it, but it feels like one of those moments you might never see again. Kensuke Ushio absolutely cooked. You can hear the care, restraint, and intention in every single track. What else can I say? This movie is peak. If you haven't watched it yet, please do. And I say this as a fan. Even though Chainsaw Man might be Tatsuki Fujimoto's current magnum opus, the work that pushed him into the mainstream, I honestly don't think he's peaked yet. And I've watched Look Back. Look Back to me is perfection, but I also think there's something still bigger. Something even bigger in this crazy man's head. Some of the best media I've ever experienced was Look Back. And I'm saying that Look Back might not even be his magnum opus. Now that means a lot to me. And I can't wait for Chainsaw Man Part 1 to be fully animated, just to watch anime only's reactions. And honestly, if I could go back, I might have stayed at anime only too, knowing the adaptation would be this special. So do yourself a favor and check out Fujimoto's other works, especially Look Back and his earlier one-shots, ages 17 to 26. They just recently animated this. And if you want me to make a full video on Look Back, just say the word, because me and that story, we've got an uncanny relationship. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.